Hello everyone, I am Squall casting, and I am very excited to bring to you another game of StarCraft 2. In this match, we do have vVv SonTran. He is the hero of today. He's a teammate, and he is the guy who got me into vVv. Or rather, he is the one. Let me start over. I found out about vVv gaming through him. I saw him during one of the Good as Gold tournaments run by StarCraft 2. I helped him co-cast a few of them, and SonTran was one of the contestants. And I found out he was part of vVv, and eventually got interested, checked out vVv, and after many shenanigans, much bribing, and other similar activities, I didn't actually bribe anyone, but after a while I was accepted into vVv as well. His opponent for this game is going to be Oasis, and I forgot to mention SonTran is currently in the Platinum League. So when he was playing in Good as Gold, he was in the Gold League. I think he actually won one of them, and then he did eventually get into Platinum. So that does mean the tournament kind of paid off. The whole point of the tournament is to foster improvement in players and to help create kind of a tournament-type atmosphere for people who haven't necessarily done that, so that's always fun. Oasis scouting around a little bit, being a little bit fishy with that probe, kind of skirting the edges. Oh, a forge. How thoroughly interesting. And is this in SonTran's vision? Well, it is. So that's really not the best place ever to put it. And oh, walling himself in. And, yeah, he's going to be able to put down a cannon. I'm pretty sure it will be in range of the command center, which is, of course, kind of awkward and horrible. And SonTran's going command center first? Oh, no. And there's another cannon rush going on down here. So, yep, here comes the cannon. And there's going to be another cannon down here. Is SonTran able to see that probe? Yes, he is. He knows it's going on as well. And this is kind of an awful position to be in. He's going to be able to take out that pylon unless he abandons it. Oh yeah, he's just getting out of here. Screw it. Run away. This base is a goner. It looks like this cannon will not go up yet. Just enough SCVs there to DPS it so that it won't build. And that is indeed 3. 4 will outright kill it faster than it can build. So yeah, nice job. So he does have to lift off from the main and sacrifice it, so to speak. But this expansion will be done very soon, and Oasis, did he cut probes? Yes, he did. He has only 13 probes. He has started reproducing now, but so far this just isn't really getting any traction at all for him. This barracks is going to finish up in just a second. These SCVs will be able to mine enough to turn this into an orbital, and SonTran will be in a very nice position economically. This base down here lands, and okay, he's building a marine first, and yep, making that one into an orbital. We'll probably turn this one into an orbital as well before too terribly long. Oasis still trying because, well, if you're going to cheese, I find the mentality is often, you know, well, I'm cheesing, so I may as well just keep on cheesing. But, yeah, this has been shut down pretty effectively. The pylon is still here, but that won't last too long. Hopefully SonTran pulls back the SCVs. He doesn't need those attacking. But Oasis, for his part, is expanding as well. So he won't be behind, like, crazily far, but he's definitely behind. SonTran will have 2 orbitals in very short order, and that will give him an enormous economic edge over his opponent. Now, this base here will be a little bit vulnerable, so we'll see if Oasis tries to follow up with, you know, a 4-gate or something similarly totally legit long-term style play to put pressure on, but not outright kill it because he's not all-inning with a 4-gate after a cannon rush. Yeah. Anyways, all I'm trying to say is this base here is going to be a little bit vulnerable, but SonTran is in just such a nice position economically that he should be okay. Oasis is teching up. He's gotten his cyber core. He's got gas mining soon in the near future. And, SonTran going to put down a bunker. I guess maybe so that way he can kill the pylon without exposing the marine. I'm not positive this will be in range. Because if you're in a bunker, you get +1 range. That's the thing about bunkers, which is really nice. So a marine that hops into a bunker will, of course, have 6 range. I don't know if the bunker is in range of the pylon. I think it is. It's hard to tell with the diagonals sometimes. No, I don't think that will be in range. Nope, it's not. But this will prevent Oasis from warping things in and things of that nature. And that's probably what SonTran's concerned about. That Oasis will get warped in and start warping in tons of stuff to bypass the defenses that are here. And that makes sense. That's a totally legitimate concern. Oasis, though, well, he's chrono boosting warp gate, so obviously going for a 4 gate. A very, very delayed 4 gate that will hit at approximately, what, like the 9:30 mark? Something like that, if my math is not completely incorrect. I don't know why I keep trying to math things in this game. Mainly because I feel like I want to understand timings, and I'm starting to get them a bit more, you know, but yeah, whatever. And SonTran gonna re-expand his natural, because why not? He's gonna build a command center there. We'll probably salvage that bunker in the very near future, and just killing the cannon because why not? Oasis gonna move out with a single zealot, but that's not gonna work too well against a supply depot wall plus a full barracks. But could potentially do a little bit of annoyance at SonTran's second/third. I'm going to call this the natural, this is the main, and now this is the third. Oh man, but Oasis isn't even checking the natural. Natural. Instead just sending the zealot up to die. So he's starting to get some stalkers, that SonTran is definitely in a commanding lead at this point, and well, if we're behind, may as well 6 gate, because why not? Plus a robo. Now that said, that actually isn't that bad. I'm pretty sure 6 gate plus robo is reasonably sustainable on 2 bases. Again, I don't know the math of that with any sort of exactness, but that feels about right. Because you can sustain 3 gates on a single base. You can't sustain 4 gates. So 6 gates, maybe plus a robo, maybe not necessarily producing continuously, say getting like an observer here and there. Sounds about right. So SonTran gonna take his third, morphing it into an orbital command. Definitely playing economically greedy. Because retaking your natural, or your main, as a thing. I'm getting natural and third and main all mixed up. Ugh. Okay. I wish I had one of those like whiteboard style things for the game, because if I did, like here down on the mini map, I'd like draw like a 3 here and then like a 1 here and then a 2 here, and that way I could try to keep it straight in my head. Oh boy. So there is an observer on the way. Is Oasis going for blink or anything like that? Doesn't look like it. I guess the observer is more just to kind of see what his opponent is doing, which is totally reasonable. SonTran is, of course, going for a very typical bio build, nothing too terribly unusual, and honestly will probably kill Oasis pretty well, because Oasis, well, his economy still isn't that good, because he cannon rushed, and SonTran got up to 3 bases really quick off of said cannon rush. Yeah, so here comes the observer. Oasis will, of course, see the reactor, the tech lab, the reactor, and the reactor. I'm not sure why I'm talking that way. I don't even know what sort of quote-unquote accent that would be. Yeah, I don't know. So that stalker went up to hit the factory and came back to find a whole bunch of friends that greeted him with bullets and Punisher grenades, because that's what Marauders use. Oh yeah. Nothing like remembering the lore that has no impact on actual gameplay. Like Sentry, did you know they use a disruption beam? And disruption, and it's called disruption because when you tickle somebody, you are disrupting. I can't talk anymore. You are disrupting their concentration. And of course, the Sentry attack is a tickle beam, hence disruption beam. Doesn't that make sense? But oh, Oasis is going to do something a little bit tricky. He's going to drop sentries here, force field the ramp, and try to kill the main. We'll see how well that works out. SonTran does have production buildings in the main, so it's not as though he's served. and 90% of his production is outside the main because he's got 6 hatcheries that are not in the main. But not coming in at really the ideal angle. Oh, maybe he's going to try to force field in the SCVs. That would be kind of interesting. Or he just wants them there for defensive force fields to defend the forces that he's going to warp gate in at any second now. The SCV is actually being pulled to attack because why not? You know, sentries, you know, aren't that scary, and yeah. So Oasis trying to warp and stuff, not really going to be all that terribly effective because, well, SonTran has medevacs, and he has Punisher grenades with concussive shells, and medevacs with heal. I kind of wish they'd showed the medevac having some sort of weapon, and it was like healing beam or beam of mending, or maybe like nano restorers. I can actually see that making sense, that like the medevac heal beam is some sort of nanotechnology where they're like shooting nanobots down onto people and then they go in and like fix any sort of damage that's being done. That just seems to me to be the only reasonable explanation for someone to be able to survive getting, you know, hacked at by claws and hit by psi blades and particle disruptors. There's that disruptor thing again, except these are particle disruptors, so they're better. And SonTran, I'm just going to kind of cruise forward and murder everything in sight. Throwing down a mule. SonTran, how very BM of you. And Oasis leads the game without a GG, so he's being BM too, so it's okay. So, well played by SonTran, a nice defense, always pulling just the right number of SCVs to kill the cannons that were being built down here, not overreacting and pulling all the SCVs. But yeah, reacting just a very nice, measured way. And let that be a lesson to you. If you are being cannon rushed, don't overreact. And if you're Terran, you know, don't try to hold your command center against, you know, 5 cannons. Just lift off and go over here and make this your new main, because, you know, Terran buildings can fly. So, yeah, well played by SonTran. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. And once again, if you are on the vVv YouTube channel, please do check out my channel at youtube.com/squallcasting, or check the link in the description below. See you guys in the next game.